Hey guys, it's Jay, aka That's So Jay, and I wanted to just get on here today, talk to you guys a little bit. I haven't posted on YouTube in about a couple weeks, and it's just been a crazy, I'll say the past 2 months or so have just been a lot. And as you guys can tell from the title of this video, I'm talking about graduate school burnout. I'm talking about being in school during a pandemic. I'm talking about leaving jobs, moving, going from virtual to in person. And I want to talk about how all of that has weighed in on my mental health, how it has really stressed me out at times. For those of you that are new to my channel, I am a full-time graduate student studying to become a speech language pathologist. If you want to know more about that field, I have plenty of videos on that. I'm also a self-published children's book author, and I also talk about my authorpreneur journey here on YouTube. I just launched planners, so I just started selling those last month. And I also, going back to my authorpreneur series, I also do seminars and consultations where I help other aspiring authors publish their books, put them together, help them find illustrators, editors, and things like that. So I do a lot, and I also work a part-time job. So pretty much after just kind of having all of those things under my belt, I've been experiencing just kind of breakdown moments. And I've been experiencing those moments of it's overwhelming, and I wanted to just kind of talk about it because someone told me, hey Jaya, people love when you're transparent, because a lot of people can relate. When I did my video about me not getting into grad school, I got so much feedback, and so many people were DMing me and saying wow, I really can relate. And a lot of people aren't talking about rejection. A lot of people aren't talking about their failures. And I want to talk about these things because I want to be relatable, because this is real life. This is me when I'm down, when I'm sad, when I'm hurt, when I'm happy. I want you guys to see the good and the bad, because I want That So Jaya to be a brand where people can relate to someone like me. And I love when you guys comment and you ask me questions, because I want to be a help. I want to be an aspiring to those that, are looking into the field of speech pathology, for those that do want to write a children's books, for those that, are in their 20s and are like, what do I do next? Or, how did you get an apartment? What made you want to move back home? Or what, I want to talk about those things. And that's what I am going to talk about. And that's why I'm also working on rebranding That So Jaya, because I really want it to be this adult lifestyle brand where I'm talking about all the things that have to do with me. So right now, I'm just going to get into my story, where I'm at now, and why I wanted to have this transparent moment with you all here on my channel. Okay, so getting into it, I am about 2 weeks from completing my first year of graduate school. My semester ends at the end of April, and so as you guys know, everyone knows we're in a pandemic. The pandemic is slowly shifting as far as the vaccine being out. A lot of universities have already said, hey, we're going to be, fully open. People can come back. We'll be offering the vaccine. So pretty much for the past 2 months, my cohort as a graduate student, we were kind of up in the air. Back in March, they were saying, more than likely we're going to go back in person in the fall, but we're going to keep online, virtual, or give people kind of that option to what they want to do. At the beginning of March, I actually got a really amazing job opportunity as a speech pathologist assistant. It was in the Philadelphia area, which is where I live, and I was really excited. And in my head, I was like, okay, if I would continue to be online, I can get this amazing job and still go to class at night on Zoom, and I could possibly move and get my own place. And I was really excited, you guys. I went apartment hunting and everything. And then they were basically like, hey, no, we're going back in person. So mind you, I just kind of got pretty okay. I wasn't really upset, because at the end of the day, my school was an in-person school, but I've been fortunate enough to be online because of the pandemic. So my thing is that I'm looking at stuff. So my thing was that I was just kind of all right, reality is hitting, Jay. You got to be at school online, but this is not an online school. You knew at any given moment, if things were to change the pandemic, that you had to go back in person. When it comes to graduate school and moving, a lot of times graduate students, they don't want to stay on campus. And that was also kind of my stress of like, oh my God, I have to leave in 2 months. I go to school in South Carolina. So now I'm thinking to myself, wow, now I gotta look at a place, look for like an off-campus apartment. I have to quit my current job. I have to, now I have to make sure I have like the money. Am I gonna take out loans? And then my program is also doing a summer thing, and they're like, hey, you're gonna have class during the day. You're gonna probably not be done with school till 5 o'clock. Can you, really balance doing all those things and going to a job, and then just adjusting, trying to make sure you can sustain to pay your bills every month? And these are a lot of things that we have to think about when we are graduate students. And then on top of that, I know like my sisters and a lot of friends, they're always like, just take out student loans. That's what college is for. It's for you to just run up debt so you don't have to worry about stress of how you're going to afford things and be a full-time student. Or do you want that stress where you are a full-time student and you are working 20, 30, 40 hours a week and paying bills while also handing in assignments, doing hours? And because I'm in a field where you have to do hours, you have to also do clinics and be in the school, you have to do your offsites. So that's also within a job in itself, because it's not just the classroom part of it and bookwork part, it's the actual being out on the field part. And all of that, just kind of having to think about it, it was just like really stressful. I literally just 2 days ago put in the 4-week notice for my job, like, hey, I'm leaving. I've been working this job for 3 years. So even that just kind of like hit me like, wow, I'm literally leaving my job. I'm literally, finally going back in person. This is going to be my first time meeting my classmates. I had to find an apartment. I just signed a lease yesterday, actually. And, well, it's a house. I'll say that. But, I will be vlogging all these things. And I guess I'm saying all of this to say that it was really hard, just making sure that I had these things. And I think the hardest part was that it sprung on us. And it's not to blame my university, because I know the world is just, we don't know what's going to happen next week. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And I think it's kind of having that plan in place, and then it's saying, nope, you got to pick up everything, move, come down here, and we're going back to normal. This is how graduate school was supposed to be, and this is how it's going back. And just kind of realizing like, okay, I was getting stressed, and I love my field. I love what I'm learning. And I had seen this post on Instagram, and basically it was just like, enjoy the moment. And it took me back to that video where I was like, wow, just last year on YouTube, I was making a video where I was really hurt and sad and talking about how I can't get into a graduate program. And now I'm in a graduate program, and I'm like, I can't wait for this program to be over. And I'm not thinking about how all the hard work it took for me to even get to this point. All that it took for me to even get accepted into more than one school, and to just cherish this moment. And even though I feel like sometimes we get overwhelmed and we get stressed about the things that we prayed for, we had to also remember the times that we were praying for this moment. Remember the times where I was literally getting rejected, crying all the time. So now it's like, I'm in my field, I'm doing what I love. And yeah, I need to make these sacrifices that I can't work. I can't, go on trips and things that I like to do, but it's a 2-year program. You'll be okay. I'll be okay. So I guess I'm just kind of saying like, the burnout is real. The stress is real. Those days that I'm in my room handing in 4 or 5 assignments, those days that I'm also doing consultations, those days where I'm trying to think of content to post on social media or to post on thatsoj.com, or think of a business plan to get my books and my planners out there. Those days are real. And I feel like we have to talk about these things, because I am someone that is putting my life out there on social media. I'm someone that started a vlog in 2015, and I want to show you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, the stress, the tears, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. Moving forward, I'm excited to vlog this, chapter of graduate school. I'm ready to show you guys my journey in this field, because I know a lot of you guys are subscribed to this channel because you are interested in speech pathology. You are interested in just, getting that firsthand experience of graduate school and my journey of getting in and my journey of finishing. And that's what I want to focus on this next year. I I just want to show you guys everything. I want to be transparent. And even those times when things aren't working out for me, I want to get on here and tell you guys about that so that we can experience this together. And that when you, for those that are watching that are applying, and tell me your stories, how, like, you know, I want you to enjoy that moment of, you know, figuring things out. And that way, when things happen, you'll remember those times that you worked so hard to get to where you are currently at. And it's also kind of like, sometimes I think we're never satisfied, in a sense, where it's like, we get something that we really worked hard for, and then once we got it, then we're like, okay, now I want this, instead of just like saying, wow, I'm here. Wow, yes, I have to like sacrifice things, but I'm here. I'm doing it. This is what I've always wanted. And I think that's my mindset shift. So making this video, I'm happy to be where I'm at. I'm happy to, you know, be able to talk about even being a speech pathology graduate student, because everyone knows getting into a graduate program for speech pathology is extremely hard. I'm happy that I've been blessed with various job opportunities, and you know, when I get to that point, the money will always be there, jobs will always be there. And trust and believe, there's a lot of things that I want to do after graduate school, so I will definitely be vlogging that. But you guys, we are in this ride together, and I will make sure that moving forward, I will be showing you guys everything. And you know, it's okay to burn out, and maybe we can start some type of like support group or something. I know there's so many Facebook groups, but oh my God, I feel like I'm just like rambling, but there's so many things that I want to do. So comment below for those of you that are in graduate school or applying, like, let's like just talk about it. What would you want to see people that are going through something that you're like aspiring to do? Like, what do you want to see people talk about? What are your biggest worries? What are your biggest concerns? I know some people say like not being able to take out loans, or not being able to work, or not being able to, you know, like keep up getting good grades, or, you know, just doing those things. Like, what are some of your concerns as far as getting into a program? And then once being in a program, what worries you the most, I should say. But thank you guys so much. Thank you for always, you know, I love when you guys comment and like my videos, share my videos. I was actually in a Facebook group, and someone was like, hey, you guys should watch Jaya's videos. And I'm like, oh my God, like people actually are like posting my videos, and I'm inspiring people. And I love that, because that's what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to continue to do for all of you guys that are watching. So thank you so much. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And let's be real. Let's be transparent, and comment and let me know what you want to talk about, what you want me to talk about through my journey. And thank you guys so much for watching.